Another episode of Imperfections with myself and Callistan this Sunday evening if you're in Ireland, afternoon if you're in Canada. And this week it's going to be loads of fun because we are having drinks and tunes, pints and tunes, while we talk about our favourite alternative artists, queer artists, trans artists, anyone that deserves a bit more of a spotlight shone on them today. So I'm gonna get Cal in here now.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
How's it going?
Oh good, I'm just hanging out on my floor,
Lovely, yeah. Is there any kind of audio reason for that? Is there some?
Yeah, the frequencies I find bounce the best when I sit on the floor with my phone balanced on a bench, nothing to do with the fact that I forgot my tripod.
I'm dying to see what's actually going on behind the scenes there, because obviously we're going to be playing music today, and you got to have some kind of crazy setup to get the perfect sound. So
it's true. And on the sound point, we will say that Instagram Live is not the ideal platform to be sharing audio with you guys, but we're going to have a laugh today. We're only going to be showing short little excerpts of songs so that you guys basically can go check it out on your own time. The point of it is to point you in the direction of artists that you guys have told us about and that we think you should know about as well. So it's going to be a whole mix of local artists from both Canada and Ireland that we really want to spotlight. And hey Michael, hello to everyone who's come in, and Emmett's in the audience, hurrah. So that's where we're going to start. So I don't know if you've poured yours yet, Cal, but I'm going to pour mine.
Now hang on a second now. Is this Guinness you're drinking? Oh, Jesus. Right. So listen, here's the thing. There needs to be now, how do you pour your Guinness? This is I feel, vital to this whole thing. So the idea is we're going to have maybe a drink. It's a Sunday evening, a drink of the evening, and listen to some tunes. But how you pour your Guinness is incredibly important. So would you like to take it away there, Liz, and show everyone how to properly pour a Guinness?
Okay, I'm just going to say that because of the have you seen that parody of, I think it's Valkyrie, where they overdubbed Hitler talking in German, and it's an excerpt from a film, and it's towards the end of the war, and everyone's down in their bunker over in Germany, and Hitler's in his bunker, and he's flipping his lid over, almost losing the war.
Yes, I do. I know this scene. Yeah. So what is it to do with Guinness though?
Yeah, so someone overdubbed it with a really thick Irish accent, bitching about lockdown and how all he wants to do is go to the pub and have a proper poured fucking Guinness, and the fucking widget in Guinness cans never pour a fucking proper pint, and he just loses it. It's so funny. So I'm just gonna say that they explode when you first open them, so it's a race against time before it goes all over your counter or floor to get it in the glass. And I'm working with a Stella glass, so not a Guinness glass. It's not even that big. So
an 0Stella glass.
Yeah.
Okay, look, this is okay. There are ways to pour a Guinness. I'll let you ruin your living room with your Guinness now, and then I shall show you the proper way to do it.
I have my certificate from Guinness Storehouse. I know how to pour a proper pint, but they never gave us lessons on cans. I'm just going to say. Anyway. See, now, I know people will argue, because I've had this argument, especially with Canadian bar people. They'll get the full Guinness pint glass and then just turn the whole thing upside down and leave it. They'll walk away and empty it there. And because the whole thing with the widget in it is that you can actually pour it any which way, and it'll sort itself out regardless. But
True. Actually, you reminded me. You did remind me of. You reminded me of the whole. I'll try that. Will I, for the crack? I wasn't gonna do it. We'll try it. Will I?
Yeah, if your glass is big enough, go for it. Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, you might want to open it, get it out of the way. Yeah. Woo! Slick.
Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, right. Now we can officially start.
Okay, that's a sexy
So,
point.
is anybody else, by the way? I'd love to know if anybody else is having a little Sunday drinkies. Hey,
Yeah,
Evie.
drop it in the comments. Let us know what you're drinking. I have to wait for my head to settle a little here for a sec. So
Yeah. So, what are we doing here, Liz? How do we get this far?
We're gonna start by probably maybe just give a quick rundown for anyone who's new to us here. Someone coming in my front door. Hold on a second. I'm in my living room today. But anyway, so we're gonna start. Do you want to just give a quick rundown as to why we're bothering to do this anyway?
Yeah, because we kind of, so Liz and I have known each other for years, like years and years. Like we worked together years ago, and then Liz moved to Canada, and we kind of kept in touch over the years, but not really. You know, we kind of reconnected then this lockdown, the first lockdown this year.
Yeah.
Although I saw you actually before that, but I mean, we kind of had started chatting about, you know, maybe doing some work on some stuff, and I ended up doing a remix of your song Fire. And then what happened? We just kind of, I don't know, we just kind of started talking about, I know what it was. We started talking about Fire and kind of the meaning behind it, and then how I was kind of relating to it on another level, and the idea that it's a declaration of imperfection. And then we started talking about what imperfection means to us, and that led to us just kind of saying, look, we should have the chats with people about this, because surely we don't just feel this way, and everybody has their own idea of what imperfection is and how they deal with it in their lives. And that's what started this. So we did episode 1 and 2, which I have in my highlights if you want to watch them. I assume you have them there too, Liz. And that's it really. And so I think the last conversation we had about imperfections, it kind of led to other artists that we felt were pushing boundaries with their art, with their music, specifically queer artists or alternative artists, and you know, that we just really felt that we're, yeah, I don't know, just doing some great, you know, groundbreaking work and getting more visibility, and which is really important. So that led us to like, here, let's have a bit of fun with this, and we might have a drink of a Sunday and listen to some cool tunes, and maybe I'll find out about some new artists that, you know, you have to show, and vice versa, and then hopefully people will like, you know, have something to show us as well.
Exactly. Very well surmised.
That's it.
All right, you ready for virtual cheers?
Hi, yeah. Right, everybody, cheers.
Cheers. Slow
clinky.
Oh.
That's nice now.
That's
a nice one.
Stuff.
That's a nice one there.
All right, so let's jump straight into it. We're going to pass it over immediately to a friend of mine from Edmonton called Emmett Michael. And just as Cal just came out last year as trans, Emmett's been out for a while and just launched his music. I think it was just last year he brought out his first EP. So Emmett, if you're knocking around there, I don't think you've requested to join yet. So if you want to, if you are able to, maybe we have to boot Cal off first.
Do you want to boot me off?
Shall we?
Yeah, that's no problem. I'll be back.
Okay, all right. Can you
do
I have to kick you off?
No.
Okay, wicked. All right. Be gone with you. Okay, I'm just going to send that request there now, and then we should be live. laughing. Yeah, I mean, you didn't see an option because I think, hey, hey.
Hello. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. It's nice to see you. I love the all
It's,
pink thing going on.
thank you.
Ooh.
Good to see your face. It's
Yeah,
been
you as well.
a whole lockdown, I think, since I've
I
seen you.
know. Yeah, you don't get to see a lot of musicians' faces these days, so it's always really nice.
Totally is. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of your hair today too. It's a bit
Oh,
of
this is
a bit of
my
that.
I woke up like this look.
Like it.
Like
Yeah.
literally just got up a few minutes ago, so yeah.
Slick. Yeah,
Yeah,
I started my
exactly.
day that way too.
Yeah. And have a
So
beer too, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna hand you over to the floor if you want to give like a quick little rundown of who you
Yeah.
are, what you're about, and
Sure.
then introduce a song and give us maybe a verse and a chorus.
Yeah, deal. Okay, awesome. I just want to say a quick thanks for allowing this platform to embrace queer artists, and I think that's really, really cool idea. I myself obviously am a queer musician from Edmonton. I identify as transgender and queer. I write a lot of songs about that journey, as well as my journey with addiction and mental health. And so that's those are things I've been writing about more often recently. So I'm going to play one of my newer songs, and I wrote it about being diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, which I was diagnosed quite a bit later in life, and I didn't really know exactly what it was that was going on with me. And I know that there are a lot of people who kind of relate to that journey. So this is called Guessing Game, and it's about...
Just before we start into it,
Yeah.
Cal and I actually did a whole episode where we spoke about our two issues. I got diagnosed with body dysmorphia and
Okay.
Gender dysphoria.
Yeah.
So just out of interest, for anyone who's not familiar with yours, would you be able to give like a brief description of what that means?
Yeah, and I think it means different things to different folks on an individual level. So for me personally, what my like gender dysphoria looked like was like from the time I was a little kid, I always kind of grew up thinking that I was crazy. I grew up in a very like sheltered Christian home, and I didn't really like there was no door open to that world. So I just kind of like, I always dreamt that I was a boy, and I always wanted to like be the boy in like role-playing games that we played as kids. So like for those of you who might not know, like so I'm female to male transgender, which means that I was born like assigned at birth female and then transitioned into male later in life. And so for me, what that looked like was I came out around the age of 17, 18, and then I didn't start to medically transition until I was 19. I started hormones and then did the whole surgeries bit and whatnot. And like I said, that journey looks different for everybody, but that's what it was like for me.
Nice. And then did you say it was borderline personality or something?
Yeah, it was. And I was, as a teenager, 14 or 15, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, which obviously is a facet of borderline personality disorder. And a lot of people don't know. I'm just gonna, there we go. A lot of people don't actually know a lot about borderline personality disorder, and it's actually something that a lot of like even people in the medical field are still learning about. And it's kind of like this vast thing and looks like a very, it shows up very differently. And for me, what it was like is it's classified as kind of disassociation of identity. So not really feeling like you are where you're at or you are who you are, and kind of constantly feeling like you have to fit, find a way into that. And like a lot of like just overall anxiety and depression too. It often gets misdiagnosed with like bipolar disorder. And I like to kind of define it as like, it's like a bipolar disorder, but the mood swings happen like several times throughout a day rather than like over long spans of time. So for me, it will show up as like I'll hit a low and be depressed for no reason at all, and it doesn't even take like any event to happen. It just like all of a sudden I'll be like, whoa, yay, I'm really happy again, and kind of thing. But like over the years, like after a lot of therapy, and honestly after doing a lot of music and being open to writing more and talking more openly about myself, it's been a lot easier for me to deal with those things. So I haven't had such intense mood swings. Like obviously it still happens, but it's been a lot easier to deal with now that I've been able to like talk about it.
That's very interesting that you say that, actually, because we were also exploring coping mechanisms, and I also had an issue with drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and I discovered that I always get into my deepest like states of disarray, mental disarray, when I've been
Yep.
creating the least. And
Mm.
it's amazing how much better you feel once you actually just show up
Totally.
at the desk or the guitar or whatever, sit down and actually just put some work in. And it's
Yeah.
just that expression is huge.
Totally.
And to keep, and just it's so important just to find something that equates to that for yourself, you know, just to keep yourself
Yep.
balanced is huge.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. And music was totally that thing for me, and still is. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much, Emma. Why don't you jump into your song there first? Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks again for having me. So this song is called Guessing Game. And as I said, it's about my personal journey in and through mental illness. I'm so scared of my own shadow, 'cause he looks so much like me. So I keep turning all the lights out, close my eyes and try to sleep. I try to color in the lines now, but watercolor always bleeds. And all the critics whisper about how abstract always looks so cheap. One day I feel far away, next I'm feeling so close. Every day's a guessing game, I don't know who I'll be tomorrow. Some days I'm a child again, coping with an old soul. Every time I run away, my heart insists on going home.
So nice. Oh man.
Again for having me. And I just wanted to say I did listen to the remix that Cal did of your song, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I think it's cool that you guys found each other and that the collaboration is happening. So
Thank you. Yeah, it's so fun to reconnect with friends after like a decade.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
All right, how do I get out of here? Just hit the X here.
Hit the X and then agree to the X. And then yeah, if you haven't heard of Emmett before, make sure you go and check him out. He's on Instagram. He has a great Instagram page. He's also on Facebook, and he's got some beautiful merch and a phenomenal chest tattoo as well. We didn't even get to talk about, and I think it made it onto the artwork of some of his merch as well. So you should definitely check that out. Get it through his Bandcamp if he's got one there. Pretty sure he does. Or his website, so that way the artists get way more of the take home than through anywhere else. So, and of course, if you ever hear of him playing in your town, go and see him live because his voice is magnificent. So good. All right, back over to Callistan. Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful song. Beautiful song.
Yeah, and he's even better. Like, obviously, this platform does absolutely no justice to anybody, but he's good line. I can't get enough of his voice. It's so good.
That's incredible. And Emmett's local, right? I mean, so because I know we wanted to probably have a chat about, you know, local artists, so local to you and local to me, to kind of maybe kick things off, because I certainly have, like, I have a list, and they're all amazing. So I mean, do you have a list of kind of local musicians too that you wanted to chat about? Or first of all, Emmett's local, right? Thanks,
Yeah.
Emmett, by the way. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's local to Edmonton. Sure. Yeah, Edmonton, basically. And I don't have a massive list. I have a few, like, Canadian artists that I do want to spotlight, so we're going to do a portion of their songs and stuff. But I don't have a laundry list, I'm ashamed to say, but I do have some key people I want to highlight though. So why don't we jump over to you? Who's your local Irish?
Cool, yeah. So right, I have my list. So yeah, I wanted to start off with Susie Blue. Susie Blue, literally, I think I heard about her a couple of years ago, and then recently she came out. She's been releasing music for a good few years, as far as I know. But I believe she's quite young, like maybe early 20s. Sorry if I'm wrong on that, but yeah. So one of my favorite songs by her is called Daughter. And actually, I have it here on my Queerdo Essentials. By the way, just as a note to everybody, the Queerdo Essentials playlist on my Spotify has all the artists that we're going to mention. Certainly, I think as well, Liz, I know you have a playlist as well. I'd love to also get some of the artists that you're sharing with us today and add them to the playlist, to my playlist, and maybe we'll do a swap over and make sure that everyone gets the shout out as well. But yeah, sorry, Susie Blue. So Susie Blue is from Derry. And I just think she's just awesome. She's an awesome queer musician who's just, again, unapologetic out there, just, and really is just bringing visibility of the LGBTQIA community there. And so yeah, I'm going to play a bit from her song called Daughter. Really cool, kind of, I guess, indie pop, I suppose. Queer indie pop. It's beautiful. Okay, and here we go as well. I'm gonna just turn up real loud, and if you think it sounds crap or whatever, let me know, but let's give it a shot. Hang on. Now. Do what I say, don't do it any other way. Get on the ground, feel around. Do what I say, can't escape it any way. So turn it round, whole way around. Living in fear of being in any way queer. You gotta stay around. Can't you hear the sound? All the people sing, they sing all the same thing. We're all queens and kings, and whatever in between. I know people look at me, but it's only the thing, 'cause you got me. All right. I love that song. I listen to that song so much. I love it. It's so well produced. The songwriting is incredible. And yeah, Susie Blue, go check her out. And also it's obviously on the playlist, so you can check it out there too.
Hi Sinead. Susie Blue, how do we spell that, Susie? There's so many different ways to spell Susie.
S-U-S-I-E Blue. I shall write it right now.
Nice. Okay.
Busy blue.
Beaut. Wonderful. Yeah, gorgeous. I can see why you like her a lot. Sounds a good bit like some of your stuff. I was listening to. Very good. And if anyone's interested, you should jump on. Actually, since Emmett dropped that information in the chat for his website, you can reach everything that you want of his from there, emmettmichaelmusic.com. Please sign up to these artists' mailing lists, because like TikTok and whatever the hell there was before Bebo and MySpace, they can all be gone tomorrow. And if this is the only way we can reach you, we'll never be able to let you know that we're playing live again, and we'll never be able to meet. So make sure that you're on each of the artists that you like on their mailing lists, because then it's like having our direct phone number. It's super cool. So anyway, I know Cal is building his website, his mailing list as well at the moment, so make sure you jump on there too. Is your website up and running yet?
Oh man, you don't want to know about my website woes. Why are websites so complicated? I think that's a whole other episode that we could get into, but I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there, but yeah, soon.
You do have a mailing list link though that you can maybe drop in the comments too, right?
Yes, I do. I will get it and I will put it in the comments for sure.
Nice. Okay, we're going to move on to another song here now. This is from Melody McIver. And the next two artists that I have up are both Indigenous and both from the Ontario province. And without shutting down this live, I can't go back and check my notes, so I can't remember what part of Ontario each of them are from individually. But Melody, I was so delighted to get recommended because I've heard her name a bunch of times through the grapevine, and finally someone sent me a direct link to go and listen to her music, and she's amazing. She does, so for anyone in Ireland that doesn't know, fiddle is actually quite a fixture in Indigenous music over here too, like and I've loved living over here, like, because through like the linen song that I do as like a reason to open up and chat more to different people about different things, I've discovered that like fiddle music is such a key component of Indigenous music. And like a friend of mine learned how to play like acoustic guitar that's exclusively just to like accompany fiddle, because his brother played fiddle growing up and stuff. So it's super cool. So this is a fiddle player, and really beautiful. So let me know, just give me like a thumbs up if you want me to crank it more if you can't hear it. So this is Melody McIver. If it's working, why is it not working?
Wow.
Isn't that so
Whoa. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and she's queer and Indigenous and fucking amazing. And like anytime I hear that, I'm like, why were you not on my record? Why aren't you?
Wow.
So
Incredible. Incredible.
mm,
I was just transported away. Like it was just, but it like, on one hand reminded me a lot of kind of, yeah, a bit of traditional Irish there, a little bit. And then it's kind of, also I could see it in film, or like it's a really visual, you can really visualize this vastness or something. It's like really incredible. You have it there, Melody MacGyver.
yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Cool. I'm gonna, just because I'm aware of time, I'm gonna zoom on to the next artist. And again, I'm gonna keep it local. I might actually just do two artists who work together a lot, but I definitely have to give them both shout outs. So Jack Rua is a queer artist over here, and he's just pop. Can you like popalicious? Can you say, is that a word? Popalicious.
It is.
He's glam as fook, and he's just fantastic. And he's just released a song last Friday called Isolation. I'm going to play a bit for you. But I have to mention Pure Grand as well. Pure Grand also, he releases music that is kind of on an 80s vibe, and he's kind of now going into this 90s pop vibe as well. I feel like the two of them are very obsessed with kind of just pop, the whole pop world, and it really comes through in their music, and I love it. And it's so performative, like they're so visual, and they're just fantastic. But I know that Pure Grand works with Jack a lot on a lot of his visual stuff. And Pure Grand, like he's a photographer, and works with film, and he's amazing as well. But I'm gonna play Jack Rua's, but Pure Grand is on the playlist there as well. But I'm gonna play the just a bit of Isolation by Jack Rua. I can't get this chorus out of my head. Right, so let's see. Play.
Day 5, stuck in my bedroom. Never saw this as a prison. Now the walls are closing in on me tonight. I could be with you, but it's not up for discussion. Gotta do just what they're telling me. I've got somewhere I'd rather be, but I got to contain myself, and it's getting harder. Isolation is taking a toll on me. I'm going crazy for your touch, baby. Isolation is getting a hold of me. On my own isolation.
Okay, that's Jack Rua, and if you don't know him, go and check him out. He's great. I'll pop his name there as well. So yeah, hand it over to you.
All right. This next one again is Indigenous, also from Ontario. And I'm gonna mess up the name. Zibiwan. And I'm gonna stick the spelling in the comments here. But yeah, get a load of this. I have no idea how that's coming across, but it was rattling my whole living room here.
Was it? Yeah, I was saying turn up a bit, but whoa, that's kind of trippy like that. It's very ambient, like yeah, it's really cool. But I was going into a bit of a like, you know, like what you call it, hypnosis, trance. Yeah, really cool. What was the instrumentation there? I couldn't really make it out. It sounded like a backwards guitar or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what it was?
I think so. It's like backwards reverb.
Yeah.
A lot of bass.
See, I couldn't hear the bass, but yeah, no, that's awesome. I was going to just do a couple of honorable mentions of a couple more Irish artists. Don't think I'll play the tunes, but I think I wanted to give a shout out to Pillow Queens. Liz, you know Pillow Queens, right? They're amazing. They're just this really cool indie band, but they've got some really amazing tracks, and they're very authentically Irish and not, you know, just being themselves, but and they do kind of comment on a lot of, you know, kind of Irish traditions and culture, Irish culture references and stuff like that. But it's just great. I think if you're to listen to a song, check out "Gay Girls" by Pillow Queens. It will be on the playlist. So and then last of all, I wanted to mention Tig, who is coming out with a new single soon. But as far as I know, he's studying jazz. As far as I know, he's an amazing musician. But I can't wait to hear what's next from him. I know he's working up to something. But I will put their names there, Pillow Queens and Tig. But that's kind of the Irish, the local artists I wanted to mention. So yeah.
Nice. And I know I had someone asked for Grace Petrie.
Yeah, Gwen was asking for that, I think.
Yeah. Sure. Do we have? I'm gonna play a smidge of it just for a quick sec, because
yeah, definitely.
Just listen in.
Well, it's a jungle out there. The year's 2018, I didn't think we'd still be sorting babies into blue and pink. And all our progress, well, I wonder what it means. That the only girls close to work for me turn out to be boyfriends. Well, that's fine, 'cause I decline. And narrow set of rules that just don't work. 'Cause these red lines, they're not mine. And if you need me, you can find me ironing my shirt, 'cause I'm in line tonight. Get a postcard to mine. Year 11 stuff, you know, year 11 now. Saying everything's gonna be alright. No, you won't grow out of it. You will find the clothes that fit and the images.
Oh fuck, that's so good.
It's so good. It's so good. So Gwen tuned in for the last couple episodes, and she requested this song. I've never heard of Grace Petrie, but she's cool. She's very. Her lyrics are great, especially in that song, and it really does. It describes very well, I think, what we were talking about, gender dysphoria, or even not even gender dysphoria, but just kind of, you know, being able to express yourself and not having to adhere to gender norms and things like that, and, you know, clothes for boys and clothes for girls and all that kind of stuff. So But yeah, very cool, and cool to hear folk as well. Like and this is in no way a bad thing, but I'm seeing there's so much kind of pop and dance, which I absolutely love, but it's just very rare to kind of find queer folk musicians that are, you know, maybe that's just me. Maybe there's loads of musicians out there, and certainly I'd love to hear more, but it's kind of refreshing for me anyway to hear. So yeah, it's very cool.
There's so many amazing musicians in the world, like, and then even just being on Monosum this morning or tonight over in Ireland, which is an amazing open mic for women, basically, and female identifying, right, kind of people.
Yeah.
It was just great to like hear more. I don't know, I just really miss the open mic scene and having that opportunity to hear so many different styles of writing and undiscovered gems. I just love it. It's so good.
Yeah, it was cool, and there was some amazing musicians there, amazing poets. It was just a really lovely atmosphere. Monosum, it's such a cool play on the words, but MNASOME. I'll pop it in the comments there, but you should definitely check out Monosum. I think they do the online open mic every month, and so it was great to have you there. So you were there from Canada. I think there were people there from the UK, people there from Ireland. And yeah, it's great to hear live music. I was in my car. I was just like, I actually need to tune into this. I don't care where I am, just need to tune into this to actually hear some live music. So it was really, really cool.
It was really cool. And actually, I'll say about the Monosum, or the Mona in general, for anyone that doesn't know, Mona means women in Irish. And it still to this day fucks me up if I'm even in the tiniest bit tipsy or tired. Walking into a bathroom over in Canada, they have a big M and W on their doors, so men and women. But whenever I see the M, I think Mano, so I go to walk in there every time, and then I'm like, "Well, sorry." So,
quick question that might be off topic: are there many gender-neutral bathrooms around, or is that like a thing that hasn't happened there, or has it happened in a big way?
Yeah, it's happened all right. Yeah. You can find them enough. It's not widespread, but I've seen them lots already. Yeah, so
cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, similar to here. I think it's kind of happening more and more, but yeah, it's great.
I just think the stupidest, like, unless you're actually getting changed to get naked in a gym or something where you need that privacy, right. I personally think it's kind of stupid. I mean, everybody's home that you pee in, that's a gender neutral toilet. Like, why do we even need labels on the toilet in shops and stuff? Doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of trans women are getting the brunt of that. I don't know, and I'd love to hear more about trans men's experiences on that. That's something that I certainly haven't explored yet. I mean, I felt like it's the whole bathroom issue is a very there's a lot there, but like, you know, I certainly, when I go out, I'd much prefer to not use the bathrooms, because I find it like it's a strange experience. And I have had the door of my cubicle kicked in before. I have had a lot of people, when I walk into a bathroom, that they kind of go, "Sorry, this is the ladies," and then they kind of like do a double take and they go, "Oh," they kind of look me up and down kind of thing. And but certainly the cubicle get kicked in, I thought was the fucking. I was just like, listen, fucking don't do that. But I can see how people it can be very scary experience, you know, or even like when I'm washing my hands and somebody walks into the bathroom and then they stop, they see me, and then they like look at the door to see if they're in the right place, whatever. And I usually go, yeah, you're in the right place. So it's just, once you have a lot of those experiences, you tend to not want to use public bathrooms. So seeing gender neutral bathrooms is actually like a big deal, and it's really exciting. When I see one, I'm just like, I'm taking a photo, I'm fucking like having parties in there, you know, that kind of shit. So that kind of shit.
I was just gonna say, that's crazy shit.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry for the rant. I went on a bit of a tangent there.
No, that's okay. That's really interesting. And who did the kicking in of the door? Was it like another patron or security?
There was kind of two or three women over when I walked in, and I walked in. I was in Fibbers, so Fibbers is a rock bar for anyone who doesn't know. It's and it's a place where I basically like hung out for years. But this is way after that, and I was a lot older, and I just walked straight into the bathroom. Cubicle in front of me, walked straight in. I went into the cubicle. I kind of did see them to my left. Yes, Pomeroy.
Callistan, can you actually just clarify which gender toilet you walked into though?
Yes, I walked into the ladies' toilets.
Okay.
And that's generally the one I go into because I haven't got the nerve yet. Or it's not even the nerve, it's this feeling of not passing. It's this feeling of being some kind of imposter. And so I just go into the one that I've been trained to go into essentially for my whole life, so you just kind of go along with these things that I guess you're used to. But so I went straight in, and obviously they saw me from the side strolling in. I kind of saw them, didn't even think about it. I was only in there for 2 seconds, and of course it's Fibbers. There's no locks on the doors; they're all fucking broken. And so they were able to literally kick the door in. And as they were kicking the door, and they were like, "This is the ladies," or "This is the women's," or something, and the door kind of bounced open and bounced back over the thing, and I was just like, "Yeah, I know." And then I think whoever did it just ran over, went, "Oh my god!" I just, this kind of like it goes really quiet, and then they all just shuffle out like kind of half laughing and stuff, and so that was that.
Jesus.
I can't believe someone would do that to another person. It's horrible that you have to reassure people they're in the right place. Trinity College have gender neutral bathrooms now. That's fantastic. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? And I don't know, because there's so much of this conversation happening, and it's all based around this threat, this whole threat of men in women's bathrooms, and obviously they're referring to trans women who are women, and they're using the correct bathroom, in fact. It's this whole thing. But there's all different instances of things that can happen if you don't fit into the binary, if you don't fit into the norm or whatever is considered the norm, etc. So yeah. Anyway, party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth. Basically, the story is take the fucking signs down and just stick toilet on the door. Simple.
Yeah. There are plenty of places that do it, and it's fine. And look, there's a simple solution for everything. So there are ways. But yeah, I can't believe the time. Is it really that time? Wow.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well look, I want to hear more music. So I got my Guinness, I've got my disco lights. Yes, I have a disco light. I did just for this. So I'm dying to hear some more. So let me hear.
Okay.
What have you got?
I feel like we might get kicked off at the hours point, which will be 5 minutes from now. But fuck it. I got a request from an Uber fan for St. Vincent. We're zooming out now from my end anyway, and this is his favorite song, one of mine also, Slow Disco.
In place to a slow disco and class for the saints and for gold. And I think everybody's thinking, I'm so glad I can't wait to leave my hand from your hand, leave you dancing with gold. So my hand from your hand, leave you dancing with gold. There's blood in my ears and a fool in the air. And the pain of mistakes couldn't get any clearer. And I think your body's thinking. I'm so glad I can't wait to leave my hand from your hand. Leave you dancing with ghosts.
Fucking love that song.
St. Vincent is amazing. And we kind of, didn't we get into St. Vincent the other week? There's so much to be said for her. She's incredible. Oh man, I feel like we could do like another. I've got a whole list of people here who are incredible. I'd love to do another one of these. Should I just read out? Should we do another one?
I think we should. We'll do it in like another 3 weeks' time, maybe to close up everything. How about that? And then that'll give everybody else. Oh, we didn't even get to our Russian roulette. Okay, I want to get one Russian roulette in here. I'm gonna flick through the comments, and I'm gonna randomly pick someone to join. I'm not randomly at all. I'm like, oh, this person. Okay, actually. My fucking face. Sorry. I gotta try that again.
For anyone who doesn't know what the Russian roulette thing is, Liz is going to pick just somebody randomly to chat with, right?
Yeah.
The scary and fun thing that is being picked out of the audience randomly. Get up there and sing a song.
I have a rubber band around my phone so it wouldn't slide down between the little things holding it up today because I forgot all my gear. Okay, let me see if it works.
I'm dying to see your behind the scenes.
Oh, you know what? You have to go away. I think then I can invite people. That's the thing. Okay, I'm going back to that person that I was trying to invite. If I can find you. Oh my God, there's so many more people in here. Is there someone in here called Everyone Loves Guinness? I think I saw that. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Do we have a person joining? Hey!
I have my speaker on.
I think you'll have to turn up your volume, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. I wanted that quality to be up there. I used you guys to have a shower. So I had a lot of entertainment while I was showering. So thank you very much for that.
You're very welcome. I love your orange, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. It took a lot of work to get it to here. And apparently if I can find a black light, it glows in the dark. So
that is factual. Yeah, any of your bleached hair glows amazingly in black light. And you know how I know that?
How?
In the bathrooms in NCAD on James Street, isn't it? Thomas Street.
When I had red hair, it used to come up really blue, like under those lights, and I love it. But this actually has infused in the hair dye a UV effect, so it should come up orange. So it's like that step further, but I haven't gotten to try it yet. So
oh my gosh, I want to be around when your hair is lit up. Jesus,
that's
take
the goal. I just
Yeah.
need a glow party. I need like one of those white parties, or I need something that has a UV light. That's the goal.
You do. The universe needs to make this happen for you. And I need evidence of it so I can celebrate with you. So tell me, remind me your first name.
My name is Alice.
Alice, that's right.
As in Wonderland, the very one.
Yeah.
Yes, we only just met today. And I
That's
saw
right,
this and I was like, oh, I'll join.
Nice. And so, Alice, do you have a particular artist that might be in the vein of trans or queer or
So
anything?
I have a few people that I think are definitely, if they're not part of the group, they're definitely allies.
Cool.
So in Ireland at the moment, like the music scene has been popping since lockdown. It's like it's just really helped with creativity. So an amazing amazing duo that I've been listening to are called Rogue, spelled Rouge. They're twins from Dublin, and they have a song that came out. It's called I can't remember what it's called, and I can't check right now, but I'll link it to you guys so you can share it. They're fantastic. There's also Nymph, who has played on Monosum as well. I think you gave a plug to Monosum earlier. If anyone is looking for a creative or like an outlet, and awesome even just to watch these amazing people and like the way that they write. It's really good to help you become creative as well. So Nymph has just released her song Space, which is beautiful. She's been put in a load of playlists as well on Spotify. Like, I don't know if you've seen The Midnight Hour, or not, it's not called The Midnight Hour, it's called The Midnight Gospel. Sorry. It's a cartoon on Netflix. I'd really recommend it. It's basically like a podcast, and they've got cartoons going along with it that are these incredible like storylines, and they added her song into their playlist of like spacey vibes and everything. So like she's doing really well at the moment. Her name's spelled Nimf. So she's fantastic as well to have a look at. And then the final person I'd say would obviously be for me, Perfume Genius. Now this would be more of a global for me, but Perfume Genius I got to see in the Tivoli a few years ago, and just the most amazing performance, just the most amazing lyrics, just the most amazing like performativity of like androgyny, and you know, just also being very feminine and then becoming very masculine, and just, you know, that, you know, these are concepts we can play with. This is a spectrum. We can be all parts and any parts we want. So I just thought that was a lovely message as well.
That's so good. Can you drop a link to all of those?
I
just
will, of course. Yeah, I'll DM you.
Love that. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was so lovely meeting you, Alice.
Yes, you too.
All right, I'm going to try and squeeze one more person in before we get
How do I leave you?
I'm going to X you.
Excellent.
How about I X you?
Thank you.
Oh, wait. Oh, no. I made it all wrong. Oh, my elastic band's messing my life up. Hang on. Oh, my gosh. I can do this. Here we go. There we go. Bye. All right, let's do one more before we get gone here. Wait, I can't do me. This person. Who do I? Oh, I'm a fool. This person. Yes. Do we have you coming through? Hey!
I don't think there's a microphone on my headphones.
I can hear you. You're good.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. I didn't even realize who I was inviting in. I was like, this person, I don't recognize that. But obviously, I'm just blind.
Oh, the cat is attacking my earphones now.
Love it. How are you, Evie?
I'm grand. Yeah. I finished my Guinness now, so.
Oh, it's a shame. You need to second one, girl. You need to second one. Also accepting sponsorship from Guinness, just so you know. No, so tell me, do you have any artists that we didn't get to that you'd like to see highlighted?
Not really, actually. My one, I was thinking of Pillow Queens, and actually the song that I love, Pillow Queens, is Favorite, and that actually was released around the same time as the Favorite, the movie, and that's when I heard it as well. So that really has like strong connotations with, you know, accepting who you are, and, you know, in the past not being able to kind of how oppressed people were.
Totally. I'm going to stop you right there because we've got 5 seconds to go.
Okay.
So we're going to include that on our playlist.